6'8", number 4, Jared Vanderbilt. 6'8", number 8, Paul George. 6'9", number 2, number 11, number 14, Tyler.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Paul George.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. And for Miami, we've got Tyler Hero. Naz Reid out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's George. Near the end of the season in our sights now, Stan, how much of a toll does a regular season take on the coach?
Well, Kevin, the big thing is you just don't sleep a lot because you're running on adrenaline and your mind is always going, looking for more and more answers, so it can be exhausting mentally.
Now, here's Ivey. Duren with the screen on George. The shot by Ivey, no good. Here's Hero. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And Hero excels at that pull-up. It's a shot he has worked tirelessly on.
Thompson outside. Here's Cunningham. Rebound by the Heat. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean you have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Yeah, that's a shot that Cunningham is very comfortable with. No problem with the mid-range.
It's blocked. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Detroit shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Well, it's his heart and leadership that set Cunningham apart. He's never given you less than 100%, and he's always playing to win.
It's good from long range. Cunningham's got 6 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles.
Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
Man, his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. George, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shots good by Duran.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The Heat have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Pass to Reed. Outside, George. Back to Reed. 6 to shoot. Drills the three-pointer. Reed's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Reed has only become more confident as time has gone on at the arc. He will not hesitate.
Hero against Cunningham. Count that one. Cunningham's got his third basket of the night right there. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. It's a 5-point game. Here's Reed. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Look, Reed is a strong finisher. It's still unbelievable that he was undrafted because he is a force.
Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against the Clippers in L.A. George with the bucket.
Working hard for those 2 points. PG can score it from just about anywhere on the floor.
Cunningham against Hero. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Over Vanderbilt. Stewart misses. The Heat have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. They now take the lead. George has got 5.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Vanderbilt against Stewart. Cunningham looking it over. Shot to stop the run. And he sinks the layup. He's got 10.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
He'd have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's Hero. It's Cunningham with the rebound. The Pistons trailing. Pass to Stewart. That 3 off the mark. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Now here's Reed. Ivy defending. Reed gets the bucket.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Here's Ivy. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Well, Heat leading by 3. To the inside. Here's Reed. Good on the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Got a piece of it. Duran, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, this is where Duran looks to score, and it's why he shoots such a high percentage.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. For Miami, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Out to the right wing. Covered by Wiggins. Pass to Misi. Offline with his 3.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Kispert wide open. He fires. No good. That would have tied it. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Lets the 3 fly. Hits it from 3-point range.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to Lundberg. Pistons passing it around. And that's good. Corey Kispert for 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Offensive rebound. Misi's shot is good.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Here's Ivy. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Thompson. Banked in off the glass. And the Heat lead by 5.
Yeah, this is where Thompson wants to do his scoring, close in the paint.
Ivy on the wing. Scoreless thus far.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
The 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. And now an 8-point Miami lead.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Off the inbound. Rebound, Detroit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
Naz Reid has been on display for the Heat. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more in store for you right after this. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Heat?
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And yeah, how about this team also following up their shots, getting those offensive boards, also a key for their success.
And Stan, it seems like time and again, the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Marcus Sasser is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Kispert, and it's Stewart in at the 5, roaming the paint. 4 on the clock. Pulls up. Sasser can't hit.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling.
Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Heat leading by 11. Vanderbilt inside. He's covered by Sasser. The shot's good from Vanderbilt.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Pass to Wiggins. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And eventually, every player GA has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Puts up a three. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Pistons trail by 12. Down low, here's Kispert. Misses that one. He's made one and missed two this game so far. Here's Messi. Guarded by Stewart from 13. That one wide left.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pistons passing it around. Wiggins outside. Here's Sasser. That ball, nice feed that time from Wiggins. Sasser's got his first points of the game.
Wiggins watches the floor and sees a guy with a better look.
Back to Bridges. From past the arc. Rebound by the Pistons. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. That one falls. Wiggins has got it back down to single digits for the Pistons.
Making his size a factor. Wiggins does work in the paint.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Heat shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight. So for the Pistons, Duran, he's checked in for Stewart, and Cade Cunningham subbed in for Marcus Sasser. Cunningham right side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, I like it when Cunningham's looking to score. That puts the defenses into some tough positions.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And now, a look at the teams leading the NBA in steals since the All-Star break. Number one, the Heat.
You know, the defense has been frenetic, and it seems like they're gaining momentum as the season wears on. I mean, they're forcing a lot of turnovers.
Reed kicks to Hero. Trains it from beyond the arc. Hero's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, he's so skilled at attacking at a moment's notice. Hero goes straight into his shot.
Cunningham against Hero. Back to Wiggins. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
Assist from.
And it's 7 points for Andrew Wiggins. Reed the pass to Vanderbilt. The three-pointer off the mark. Pistons trail by 10. And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist. He has 5.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. From outside, off the mark. Miami leading by 12. Puts it up. Rebound by Kispert.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And it's Wiggins missing. Miami's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And he gets it to go. And the Heat lead by 14.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight. Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Asar Thompson, he's checked in for the Pistons. Ivy comes in for Alexander Walker.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Hero against Cunningham. Wiggins outside. Pass to Duran. Rebound by the Heat. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Connects from three-point range. Hero's got 8 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Thompson inside. He's against Vanderbilt. And they recover it.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
And it's good for 2. He's got 11.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
I love the mentality of Cunningham tonight, looking for his shot, and boy, is he producing.
Pass to Reed. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Stewart's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Well, if you want to know where commitment and hard work can get you, follow Naz Reid's career. Everyone who counted him out is eating their words right now.
Miami leading by 14. Now, here is George. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Duran pulls it in.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
The shot by Ivy, no good.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling. And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
It's his first trip to the line.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
There's 21 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Ivy. Thompson for 3. Miami grabs the miss. Reeves got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's good. He's got 13.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Reed with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Cunningham for 3. And so it's Miami with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With J.B. Bickerstaff, Coach, what will be the areas of emphasis on defense in the second half?
Well, we got to do a much better job just being physical, fighting them deep down in the post. We got to be very aggressive early, not letting them get deep post catches, make them have to kick the basketball out, not take those easy buckets.
That is doing your work early, and we'll see if you can do it in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hi everyone, let's start things off by checking out the Player of the Month award recipients. Since we got a little time on our hands here, you guys got any big plans for tonight?
Not me, I'm just gonna take it easy. I'm pretty worn out.
Yeah, you've been burning those midnight oils, man. You been hitting the clubs or something?
Nah, just putting up with you guys. It's exhausting.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Heat.
Well, it's been a stampede in transition. They'll run it right down your throat if you let them.
I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a while. I'm gonna give you a compliment, just like you, Jet, in the blink of an eye.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. Paul George is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Reed. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Cunningham dishes it to Ivy. Pass to Thompson. Now Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. To the paint. And Stewart gets it to go.
Well, this is where Stewart should look to score. He can be very effective down low.
As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Cunningham kicks to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Duran. Shoots over Reed. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Let's see some of the numbers here for Tyler Hero.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Count that bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Stewart. Back to Cunningham. Takes a 3. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
Here's Thompson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Ito Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando, was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. Back to Cunningham. Launches a three. Miss number 7 from the field. He's also made 7.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Detroit, no good that time either.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Cunningham passes to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Shoots over Hero. Cunningham hits the bucket. Cunningham's got 5 points in the quarter.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence. Here's a look at some stats for Cunningham. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Right around 21 points per, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineup, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
And let's step back for a second to look at the top shooting point guards in basketball this season. Cade Cunningham, third.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, you know, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, it's often the big guys who have the highest field goal percentages. To get that kind of efficiency from your point guard is something special.
The Pistons making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Reed gets the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Detroit's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Cunningham passes to Durant. And he can't bank that one in. Well, Heat leading by 23. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart. A different look here for Detroit. Kisper comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Cunningham. Off the inbound pass. To the wing on the left. Another shot. Rebound, Detroit. Duran's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Detroit, no good that time either. The Heat have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Duran. Now, here's Ivy. Not a lot of room, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in it.
A 3-ball. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Number 22.
Into the lane. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
And this is what you want Ivy doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
And he gets the bucket. 5 points in the game.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Duran sets the screen for Wiggins. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Now, here's Ivy. He's guarded closely, and the shot is good. Ivy's got 6.
Well, after that tough first half, you hoped he'd find his way to bounce back and get things going here in the second.
And so Miami again turning it over. The Pistons making a change here. Hollins checked in. Here's Ivy. 6 points for him. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
And the Heat making a change here. Love's checked in. 1:06 left in the third quarter. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Wednesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that game against the Wizards, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Pass to Kispert. Shoots a fader. Nisi grabs the rebound. Nisi's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Out to the right wing. Launches it. And the Heat, another 3.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Didn't think that was going to go in. He's got 13.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break, getting the shots they want and converting them.
And so it's the Miami Heat having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Marcus Sasser is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Simone Fontecchio. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Kispert in at the power forward position. Covered by Wiggins. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Bounce pass from Alexander Walker. Kispert. Yep, that one goes in there.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
The Heat shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. Back to Hero from downtown. Rebound, Detroit.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
And it's the Heat on the break. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Well, this is where Hero can really hurt you. You can't let him shake free in transition.
Fourth quarter now, we're about a minute and a half in. For the three, Sasser gets the bucket.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Covered by Wiggins. Kicks it out to Hero. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game, first here in this second half.
Here's Holland. Now Sasser. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Detroit making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
And Detroit has possession. Alexander Walker with the ball. Shoots over James. Misses off the right iron. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you can get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
Wiggins surveying the floor. The kick out to Cunningham. Lets it go with the three. Good on the triple. Cunningham's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Back to Wiggins. Cunningham against Love. Takes the 13-footer. Cunningham's shot is off. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Miami. And Love with the basket on the assist by James.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Cunningham outside. Wiggins outside. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Detroit has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and it's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
It's tipped and stolen by Ivy. Thompson outside. Back to Ivy. The Pistons working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 13-footer and he gets the jumper to drop.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Here's Vanderbilt. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Ivy doesn't go for him. Miami's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Again, the miss by the Heat. Pistons shooting 43% from the field. Thompson passes to Cunningham. To the left wing. Pass to Thompson. Messi grabs the rebound. And for the Heat, they're shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Here's James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. So Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis.
And here's Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. Ivy with it. From the arc. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by the Heat. Messi's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Miami.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. Messi's shot is good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Cunningham kicks to Ivy. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. And the three off target. And it's Miami's ball. The tray. Good on the three-point shot.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Stolen. Here's James. He gets it in there.
An impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Gotta respect that Cunningham takes charge, making something happen and drawing the contact.
That's good from Cunningham.
Pistons, Cade Cunningham.
He hits both from the stripe. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Great defense that time from Duran. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Naz Reid.